My name's Stuart Haar. I'm a carpenter. I chose that job because Jesus was a carpenter. No, just kidding. My dad has owned a cabinet shop since I was 3. Kind of just a family-owned business, and that's what I've done. I'm a finisher. I do interior, exterior painting, anything to do with cabinets. I can build a kitchen if need be. I'm 32 years old. I've been doing it since I was about 15, so it's been going pretty good. I got into hunting when I was about 18 years old. I bought my first shotgun, was out shooting clay pigeons all the time, and I decided I could kill a duck. I'm gonna kill a duck. I know I can do this, so one of the guys that worked with us, big time duck hunter, loved to duck hunt all the time. He was always showing up to work with dead ducks in his van, so I basically invited myself on one of his hunting trips. I can remember that first hunting trip, the guy called some ducks in from like 300-400 yards away, and it was amazing, and I was like, oh man, I gotta do that.
Hi, honey.
My wife is amazing. She puts up with me. It's been 9 years now, officially. Holy crap. She actually helped spur this passion. She was the one that bought me my very first duck call. She bought me a CD and said, go play this in your truck and learn how to call ducks in your truck. And so I said, okay, honey. So that's where I got started learning how to call ducks with my wife, and she loves me, and I love her back. And we have one beautiful kid. He's 4 years old. He was asking me this morning whether or not he could go duck hunting with me today. And I said, son, duck hunting season's over, so you have to wait till next year. And he's dead certain he's gonna shoot him a duck next year. So really looking forward to that.
Your friends are gonna be here soon. Yeah.
My wife don't like anything I like, food-wise, blue cheese, barbecue sauce, stuff like that. And we were sitting at Red Robin, and she ordered a blue cheeseburger with barbecue sauce to dip her French fries in. And I looked her square in the eye and I said, honey, how far along are you? And she said, what do you mean? I said, you're pregnant. You don't like what I like unless you're pregnant. So turns out we had one cooking, and July 4th, it'll be done. And hopefully we get a nice healthy baby out of it. Boy or girl, doesn't really matter. I really want a girl because I'm a sucker for little girls, but you can twist that how you like.
Life has been a struggle for the last 5 to 6 years. It's getting better. I had a bad addiction and an alcohol problem, and 5 years ago I chose to change that part of my life. My name's Ryan Swartz. I'm 29 years old, and I got into hunting when I was 4 years old. I started hunting with my dad, having him take me out deer hunting, going with my grandpa over the east side of the mountains, hunting elk, you know, just being outside and spending that time with family really hit home. You know, you get some good quality time and really get to know your family. So as I was younger, I progressed from big game hunting. I got my first shotgun when I was about 6. I got a 20 gauge. And I liked the fact that I could go out and pull the trigger just about every time I went hunting, whether it was shooting at a crow or killing ducks or geese. I didn't decoy birds when I was younger. It was a lot of jump shooting. So I'd be out belly crawling in the middle of the field, have my uncle or my dad up above. We'd have walkie-talkies and he'd walk us through it, you know, okay, stand up and shoot. And you know, he'd stand up and unload, and it was great. There's nothing better. You know, I wouldn't give up the life I have today for that old life. But it also has held me back as far as work. You know, I can't go out and buy a house and do most normal things that people would. I do enjoy getting outdoors and appreciating the life that I missed out on for a few years. Me sitting out in a blind, I couldn't ask for anything more. The beautiful scenery, the good relationships I build with my friends and other people that I get to meet, it's great. And there's nothing I would change about that. I met Stu when I was in high school. It's kind of foggy. I think we were at a party.
Can't really tell you much about high school. It was fuzzy for me.
And I really needed a ride home. I seen a guy with a nice looking truck. I was like, hey buddy, wanna give me a ride?
We kind of realized that our families knew each other and had known each other for a long time, so we started hanging out more and found out he was struggling with some things, and we ran into each other at a gas station, and he said, what have you been doing? I said, man, I've been out killing ducks all the time. He goes, I want to go duck hunting. And I told him there were certain standards of whether or not you could hunt with me, and one of those ones is I needed him to be clear and free in his head.
Waterfowl Evolution, brought to you by Fowl Factory, real images, real motion, real results. Linex, spray-on bed liners and protective coatings. Leatherman quality craftsmanship in every multi-tool. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Spectre Shot, you will always know the truth. LMC Truck, truck parts and accessories.
The service that LMC provided our project was exceptional.
I was recommended LMC truck from my good friend, so I definitely passed the word of LMC truck around.
It's something useful to take something neglected and forgotten and with your own two hands build it back to something beautiful.
If you can get it done, you will never regret it.
It's an achievable thing to do with the help of a company like LMC Truck.
Call for your free catalog or shop online today at lmctruck.com.
Line-X. For over 20 years, we've been driven by the relentless pursuit to build the world's best bedliner every single day. Now we've turned that intensity to the outside of your truck. Introducing Truck Gear, hard-working accessories created to enhance your truck and built with the fit, finish, and lifetime warranty Line-X is famous for. Because nobody knows trucks better than Line-X. It's time to gear up. It's time for Truck Gear by Line-X.
When you're hard at work, you need easy access to your tools. Cargo Glide is your solution, allowing you to easily reach what you need when you need it. After a hard day's work, loading your tools is faster, safer, and easier when you have a Cargo Glide. Just slide it in and you're ready to go. When it's time for play, Cargo Glide can carry all your toys. Simply roll it out and let the fun begin. For work or for play, Cargo Glide just makes life better.
Fowl Factory took decoys and motion products to the next level. The Hybrid X skins that use 100% accurate images from real waterfowl, resulting in the most lifelike decoys you will ever have. The Fowl Tracks mimics the grazing or walking action of live geese, keeping your spread alive. The Bam Bam Stick is your standard spinning wing, made from T6 aluminum and carbon fiber, which allows you to easily wave around when you see ducks. New approach, new ideas, big results.
When I was trying to get my act together, Stuart started taking me out hunting, and it really helped me get back in the routine of normal life things.
And so he would start coming and staying the night with me for 2 or 3 nights, and then we'd go duck hunting in the morning.
His passion was duck hunting, and so we were going out in the blind and spending a lot of time together and just really built a friendly relationship. That's when the passion of waterfowling really picked up for me.
I got to kind of show him how to set decoys up because he'd always been a jump shooter. So he showed me how to jump shoot, and I showed him how to hunt over decoys, and we just hit it off, and we'd go hunt all the time together.
And it just brought on a whole new passion, and I got a buddy that's trying to help me get through life and get my act together.
I can tell you there's been days we haven't said a word to each other in the blind because we dang near rolled in the mud the day before, but still find it somehow to get together, get in the blind, and let that duck hunting bring us more together and get over our issues with each other. And you know, we've grown to be great friends. My kid calls him Uncle Ryan, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I became a fireman when I was 19 years old. It's really the only thing I ever imagined doing since I was about 3 years old. Runs in the bloodline. Same with hunting. I'm Austin Lindsay. I'm 28 years old. I started hunting when I was about 10 years old with my dad. We only did big game hunting. The biggest reason to do it was to get out of the house so I didn't have to be around my mom and my sister, just to hang out with Dad in the woods with a bunch of other firemen and kind of just get to be with the guys. And about the time I got hired in the fire service at 19, I met a buddy who duck hunted, and I started duck hunting with him, and then I've never picked up a rifle since. It's only been a shotgun, and been going on since then to learn how to run dogs, and that's a bigger passion now than even pulling a trigger on a shotgun. I picked up diesel a few years ago. I chose labs because they're typically the most willing to work with their owner. They work to please who runs them. They want to make everybody happy around them, and they're great family dogs. I got really lucky with him. He's probably the most mellow lab you'll ever meet. At 6 months old, he'd lay in the house all day long. Wouldn't really have that hyper attitude that most people anticipate from a working lab, which made it very difficult actually to train him because he wasn't easy to motivate. He'd half walk, half trot when we were training, but as soon as we went on our first hunt and he got that first retrieve, he instantly knew what we were doing and why we trained, and since then he's just turned it on and loves to train, loves to hunt, and then when we go home, he completely flips the switch and lays on the bed and relaxes. Lets the kids yank on his ears, great with everybody. There's quite a few breeds out there that people can use to duck hunt with or do any waterfowl hunting with. Most popular would be Labradors, Chesapeake Bay Retrievers. People also use the Nova Scotia Duck Toller. I've seen poodles, I've seen wire hairs, I've seen GSPs, German Short-Haired Pointers. You can really use any sort of retrieving dog to go hunt ducks, but if you want that tough, loving, hardworking, never loses desire to retrieve dog that's easy to train and gets along well with everybody, get the Lab. Don't get the Chessie. Chessies are assholes, just like Stu.
Fowl Factory took decoys and motion products to the next level. The Hybrid X skins that use 100% accurate images from real waterfowl, resulting in the most lifelike decoys you will ever have. The Fowl Tracks mimics the grazing or walking action of live geese, keeping your spread alive. The Bam Bam Stick is your standard spinning wing, made from T6 aluminum and carbon fiber, which allows you to easily wave around when you see ducks. New approach, new ideas, big results.
Linex. For over 20 years, we've been driven by the relentless pursuit to build the world's best bedliner every single day. Now we've turned that intensity to the outside of your truck. Introducing Truck Gear, hard-working accessories created to enhance your truck and built with the fit, finish, and lifetime warranty Linex is famous for, because nobody knows trucks better than Linex. It's time to gear up. It's time for Truck Gear by Linex.
When you're hard at work, you need easy access to your tools. Cargo Glide is your solution, allowing you to easily reach what you need when you need it. After a hard day's work, loading your tools is faster, safer, and easier when you have a Cargo Glide. Just slide it in and you're ready to go. When it's time for play, Cargo Glide can carry all your toys. Simply roll it out and let the fun begin. For work or for play, Cargo Glide just makes life better.
The service that LMC provided our project was exceptional.
I was recommended an LMC truck from my good friend, so I definitely passed the word of LMC truck around.
It's something useful to take something neglected and forgotten and with your own two hands build it back to something beautiful.
If you can get it done, you will never regret it.
It's an achievable thing to do with the help of a company like LMC Truck.
Call for your free catalog or shop online today at lmctruck.com.
Bird banding is very important. It's really for tracking. It helps give a lot of knowledge in knowing what the birds are doing. It shows where the birds go and where they've been and different habitats they're using.
I know they tend to band a lot of snow geese, and the snow geese, it's really cool to get a band off a snow goose because you get to see how far they've traveled. Those birds come all the way from the Arctic, and they come over and then they go all the way down into Mexico. You know, so that distance that them birds are coming is incredible.
People band birds actually all over the country. It helps with conservation. It's very crucial to gather that information so that we can make sure we continue to have waterfowl for generations to come and we can continue to hunt them.
You know, going out and shooting your band is a reward. It's like shooting a 5-point buck to a deer hunter. But to actually go out and put the bands on the bird, now that's a little bit different. That was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. He was having me write down the different sex, whether it was male or female, a year old, first year hatch, second year, 3 year. He also taught us how to tell in the tips of the feathers whether they were split or not. Helped with the aging of the bird. A lot of them were first year hatch, so that made it pretty easy. But when you're done banding them, basically just throw them in the air and let them fly off. Being a part of that was pretty fun.
talking about. We're gonna let it go. See you in the fall.
It's kind of fun to have them banded birds go down in your blind, because then you get to call it in. You know, it's cool. They tell you how old it is. They send you a certificate in the mail that you can frame and hang up if you want. Basically, the importance of banding is just so we can track birds and make sure our populations are up there and we're being good hunters. And then you get to wear that band on your lanyard like your top dog. So
I've been hunting for 8 years, but I've never shot a band, and everybody always talks about how great bands are and how their lanyards are all full of it and stuff. And then there's me with 0 bands, and it's sheer disappointment.
the excitement of shooting a band, it's amazing. Usually it makes everybody in the blind for certain that they shot that bird. So with Spectre Shot, they make colored shells. So this mean story, I'm gonna tell it. We were in Canada and we were shooting shooting birds, and I watched the guide we were with take a band off of his lanyard and stick it on a duck. So he sticks it on this duck and he takes and he throws it in the pile, and he looked right at me and said,
a couple of guys out there ain't never shot a band before, and they're all whining about this new Spectre Shot and who got what. We're gonna put this band on this bird, and then what we'll do is we'll throw it in the pile here in a little bit, and we'll see who gets it. It's gonna be funny.
Austin says, this one's banded, this one's banded. And we're like, oh man, who shot it? Oh, I don't know. Well, you better find out.
Got ourselves a banded bird here. I just figured I'd cut the meat out of it.
He starts digging through this bird and looking for a colored shot. Doesn't find any colored shot in it.
Whoever will eat the heart out of that bird can have it. Or just take a little, okay, here, I'll make it easy on you. Whoever will take a lick of the blood. Right there, just hold it up and lick it. Can have it.
Oh. We're not putting that in there. You're not putting that in there, are you?
This bird's wide open and he licked that whole thing out. And then he realized that it was a fake band, and he's never let us live it down.
405. You sons of bitches. I don't really know what you want me to tell you. I've never shot a band. But eventually I'll shoot one and tell everybody to suck it after I do that. I don't know.
You gotta put your band on your lanyard, baby. That's my lanyard company.
So it's one of those things we don't get a lot of. So people are willing to just eat the guts out of a duck for a silly little piece of aluminum.
Waterfowl Evolution, brought to you by Cargo Glide, work, play, life. ARE, outfit for life. Garmin, in it for the long haul. Fowl Plucker, a duck hunter's second best friend. Carlson's Choke Tubes, the shooter's choice. 456 Chevy trucks, 1960 to 66 Chevy and GMC trucks. When you're hard at work, you need easy access to your tools. Cargo Glide is your solution, allowing you to easily reach what you need when you need it. After a hard day's work, loading your tools is faster, safer, and easier when you have a Cargo Glide. Just slide it in and you're ready to go. When it's time for play, Cargo Glide can carry all your toys. Simply roll it out and let the fun begin. For work or for play, Cargo Glide just makes life better.
Fowl Factory took decoys and motion products to the next level. The HybridX skins that use 100% accurate images from real waterfowl, resulting in the most lifelike decoys you will ever have. The Fowl Tracks mimics the grazing or walking action of live geese, keeping your spread alive. The Bam Bam Stick is your standard spinning wing, made from T6 aluminum and carbon fiber, which allows you to easily wave around when you see ducks. New approach, new ideas, big results.
Linex. For over 20 years, we've been driven by the relentless pursuit to build the world's best bedliner every single day. Now we've turned that intensity to the outside of your truck. Introducing Truck Gear, hard-working accessories created to enhance your truck and built with the fit, finish, and lifetime warranty Linex is famous for. Because nobody knows trucks better than Linex. It's time to gear up. It's time for Truck Gear by Linex.
The service that LMC provided our project was exceptional.
I was recommended an LMC truck from my good friend, so I definitely passed the word of LMC truck around.
It's something useful to take something neglected and forgotten and with your own two hands build it back to something beautiful.
If you can get it done, you will never regret it.
It's an achievable thing to do with the help of a company like LMC Truck.
Call for your free catalog or shop online today at lmctruck.com.
This year, we got to go out on a real good youth hunt.
We got a hold of a hunting club out on the bay, and they let us bring some youth out there for a youth hunt.
We like to try and take a lot of kids out every year. In Washington, we have a youth hunt that starts in September for a weekend.
A couple weeks ahead of the normal schedule for duck hunting. So it gives the kids a chance to get out there and get a shot at some local birds before everybody gets them stirred up.
Got to get a boy out in his wheelchair, get him all brushed up, and had his dad there with him. Took another young man named Ricky in my blind.
The blind that Stu and I were in had 2 girls in it.
When I first step into a blind with anybody, whether you're an experienced hunter, you're a first-time hunter, or you're a young kid, one of the things we always do, Ryan will do it, I do it, if we're in control of that blind for the day, we're gonna be calling the shot. We like everybody to know the proper spots where to shoot. So we always take them and get them in the blind with an empty gun. We have them practice getting up out of it a couple times. That way they can get the motions of getting that gun up and proper safety. And we instruct, anytime that gun's coming to your shoulder, that's when the safety comes off. When it's coming off of your shoulder and you're getting ready to set it down, safety goes back on. And you always, always, always check your safety. It's very important. We don't ever want an accident. Anytime we have a new hunters, we go through the rings with them just because we've been doing it together for so long that we're pretty comfortable with the way each other operates in the blind. But anytime you get somebody new, you want to make sure they're comfortable with you, you're comfortable with them, and guns are dangerous. They're dangerous. If they're in the hands of somebody misusing it or improper technique, being unsafe, that's when accidents happen. And we've never had an accident, and we hope to keep it that way. I'm excited for you two. I think we're gonna have some fun. So grab your gear, grab your stuff, and get comfortable. What we're gonna have to deal with is birds either wanting to come here or birds wanting to go there. Obviously we don't want them that far. We want them like right here.
Stuart and Austin were a blind probably about 50 yards away. We're on the same pond. Fortunately, there was a lot of ducks around. Unfortunately for them, they wanted to come more towards the front of our blind.
The birds were definitely favoring the blind that Ryan was in. I believe it was because of the wind. The wind was pretty strong.
Well, it's coming from this direction and
Generally heading in that direction.
heading this way. Unfortunately for the girls, a lot of the birds wanted to go towards Ryan's blind. They just decoyed to that end of the pond a lot better that day.
We did try to pass up quite a few birds so that the other children would get a chance.
They were coming perfectly around. Yeah. We were also on a narrow portion of the pond, and the majority of the birds that were flying were teal. And so you got, 10-year-old girls in a blind, and then teal fly at very fast speeds. It's hard to get them prepped to be able to shoot and hit those birds.
But we did get a chance for these girls to get up and shoot at some ducks.
They were able to pull out a few. It was good for Diesel because it got to knock off the dust from being on the couch. I guess he really wasn't on the couch. He trained all summer. But he at least got to hunt and not have to do such regimented training.
overall, it was a really good hunt.
You know, when they said 80 degrees today, I was expecting it to be hot all day. Hold me. Oh, that beard is so glorious. My wife says.
Let's take a look at how our shooters did. Kenzie, on Austin's team, shot a total of 12 times, harvesting 1 bird for an 8% accuracy. Haley, on Stewart's team, shot 11 times, harvested 1 bird for a 9% accuracy. Ricky, on the other hand, blew them all away, shot 15 times, harvested 7 birds for an almost 50% accuracy. Ricky is our best shot.
Fowl Factory took decoys and motion products to the next level. The Hybrid X skins that use 100% accurate images from real waterfowl, resulting in the most lifelike decoys you will ever have. The Fowl Tracks mimics the grazing or walking action of live geese, keeping your spread alive. The Bam Bam Stick is your standard spinning wing, made from T6 aluminum and carbon fiber, which allows you to easily wave around when you see ducks. New approach, new ideas, big results.
The service that LMC provided our project was exceptional.
I was recommended an LMC truck from my good friend, so I definitely passed the word of LMC truck around.
It's something useful to take something neglected and forgotten and with your own 2 hands build it back to something beautiful.
If you can get it done, you will never regret it.
It's an achievable thing to do with the help of a company like LMC Truck.
Call for your free catalog or shop online today at lmctruck.com.
When you're hard at work, you need easy access to your tools. Cargo Glide is your solution, allowing you to easily reach what you need when you need it. After a hard day's work, loading your tools is faster, safer, and easier when you have a Cargo Glide. Just slide it in and you're ready to go. When it's time for play, Cargo Glide can carry all your toys. Simply roll it out and let the fun begin. For work or for play, Cargo Glide just makes life better.
Line-X. For over 20 years, we've been driven by the relentless pursuit to build the world's best bedliner every single day. Now we've turned that intensity to the outside of your truck. Introducing Truck Gear, hard-working accessories created to enhance your truck and built with the fit, finish, and lifetime warranty Line-X is famous for. Because nobody knows trucks better than Line-X. It's time to gear up. It's time for Truck Gear by Line-X.